sip wine, kick my feet up when I get tired.
Everyone,
what's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
Niggas, it's feeling beautiful. There is a universal shift that is going on, and I'm here to receive all my blessings, my affirmations, my mantras, all that beautiful shit.
So during the universal shift, do you like feel yourself shifting? Do you like shape shift?
I don't know if I'm shape shifting, but we said that we were gonna get like superpowers, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit more later. It's too early in the show, but let's introduce our little YouTube that we was trying to.
Can we shape shift?
Can we shapeshift? I believe in more than like the life that we were here. I think that we have a life before and after.
Definitely.
So I think that maybe in one of the lives that I lived, I was a dog.
I don't think I was a dog in no fucking life.
I just say that. I'm saying that because I'm so obsessed with dogs. Like, I feel like I'm a dog whisperer. Every time I see a dog, I have to touch it. Like, I have to, interact with one.
Yeah.
So maybe my first life, maybe a few lives ago, I don't know, because I've probably been on this earth a long time. Because I was talking to someone when I was at work, and I was like, do you feel like you ever met me before? They was like, yeah, in a different life. And I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah. In a different life, I feel like I was probably like a mafia boss.
A mafia boss?
Yeah.
What about you makes you think that you were a mafia boss?
I feel like I was a mafia boss. Because there's a reason why I call myself Thug Sammy. So I feel like there's something about me in my past
Did you live
life.
a long life or did you live a happy life?
I lived a money-making life.
So that means you didn't make it past 35.
If you were my boss, sometimes you don't. I feel like I was a my boss. Like, I'm just too thug. I'm the thuggish.
But I feel like if you a thug, then how does that correlate with being in the mafia? Because mafia and thug is two different types.
Are people in the mafia not thugs?
No, they are. They are
thugs.
I feel like you can't. I feel like when I see thugs, I'm thinking of like hoodlums, like nigga shit. I don't think anyone in the mafia, because they put themselves very well together. They look like businessmen. They look like this, but then on the side they doing like dumb shit like that.
Racism. Because why are we thinking of just nigga shit?
Because
when it comes to thugs?
that is the socialization that happened throughout this whole industry of the media.
That is Eurocentric beliefs, and those niggas, they're the real gangsters.
They are the real niggas. They are the real thugs. But when I think of thugs, I'm thinking of sagging pants, this and third. That's what I think of.
When I think of thugs, I think of Tony Montana. Hey, I think of, all these thugs. Oh, what's that movie called?
Scarface?
Shit, not Scarface. Goodfellas.
Them niggas. That's the only movie that I'm sitting here like, wow, them niggas is wild. Yeah. Like, he was smile this nigga in his face, and then you would shoot his bitch the next day.
I'm thinking of...
Wow. Like, that shit...
Even the American Gangster, isn't he wasn't he a thug too?
He was in the mafia. I would never consider him as a thug, because how he held himself together, I would put him in like the mafia category, because I don't know, I guess it's literally the imagery that you see, because thugs don't have themselves well put together. They literally just out there, you feel me? And I feel like
white people, Eurocentric beliefs, and I believe they are thugs too.
Okay, well, I believe they thugs, but they don't carry themselves like thugs. It's all about how you carry yourself.
Right.
And if you carry yourself,
that's true, because the Italian, because there's obsession with the Italian, gangster lifestyle, and they're
gangster. I feel like will definitely be more of an idea when I think about mafia than thug.
What's the difference between a thug and a gangster?
I don't even fucking know. I might need to YouTube it. Bitch, I gave it a different word.
You a gangster, you a thug, you a roughneck, you a hood nigga, you a this, that, and the third. You the same motherfucking thing.
I don't know, bitch. I don't know.
Well, anyways, I was a mob boss in my past life. I just feel it. Like, the way I like to carry myself, the way I like to conduct my business, the way I act.
How she can cut a brick for you, daddy. How she will hold a brick for you, daddy.
I will never snitch on you, daddy. If you fight, I fight too for you, daddy. Yeah, I was definitely a mob boss in my life. But
I ain't never been.
This is like a totally different subject. But yeah, I need y'all to check out our YouTube, because the way y'all neglecting us on YouTube, our YouTube is not good. It's not fair to my good sis Ami, because she be working hard on that YouTube, and y'all just don't giving it enough love. I need you to, share some
bless
shit.
Bless it. Yeah, share it, repost. Like, give us some comments. Give us some commentary, because we keep telling y'all since season 1, give us some commentary. And y'all don't give us commentary. Y'all just keep telling us that we funny. Nigga, we fucking know. Like, we live this life.
Okay.
We a real ass goof in real life.
And don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon. Like, I haven't been putting anything on there because we haven't had a subscriber yet.
Sick.
But yeah, once we get the subscriber on there, we'll start doing our twerk videos on there. We'll start having early release of episodes on there. We'll do our sexual Q&As. Was there anything else we're gonna add on our Patreon? I think that was
Tea
it.
time.
Extended version of our tea time, all that good shit that you want to know about us will be on there.
And don't let a pandemic stop you, because it only starts at $5. Nigga, you got $5 for 5 bitches, okay?
If you got enough, if you got 5 on it for some weed, you got 5 on it for our Patreon.
Hello.
And let us know what you like to discuss, because I mean, we have some ideas, but we're kind of running out of ideas.
We really low key are, because I think at this point it's starting to get really like either really girly or super relationship wise or this. And me and Sammy want to tell y'all something right now. We sick of talking about niggas.
We are.
Like, we made it very clear to each other. We were like, I'm tired of talking about relationships, but that's when we get the most views on shit.
People want to hear about relationships.
They want to hear about relationship shit, but when we talking about like conspiracy theories, or if we talking about how we feeling about rape culture, we can still do that episode because you know vaccines going on. We gonna talk about that. Yeah. But it's like when we talk about stuff that actually matters to us or that we like more than niggas. Because honestly, at this point,
we don't like niggas that much.
I don't like these niggas at this point.
Yeah,
they're for the streets.
They're for the streets.
So can y'all please just bear with us while we're making some amazing content for you, because she's a stickler for being a perfectionist, and if something is not up to her liking, we don't fucking air it. There's been 2 episodes so far, y'all.
Pretty much. If it's not good enough for me, it's not good enough to air. And the girls are back at it again with another messy ass episode of Sip and Spill, where we create conversations. Oh wow,
sipping wine.
I go by the name of Thug Motherfucking Sammy,
and I am ambitious gold digger Teray.
I like that one.
So the reason why I said gold digger, because we were talking about it earlier, even though we've been talking so much, y'all. I'm so sorry. Please be patient with us. It's because there is a universal shift, like I said earlier, called the Great Conjunction.
You shift to a gold digger?
Gold digger, like GOAL.
Gold digger.
Not gold digger. Gold digger.
I don't like it no more. I thought you said gold digger.
No, not good. These niggas can't even pay for this pussy, okay?
Girl.
So I said, because I'm in my bag, my priorities are changing, all my perspectives of things that I want are changing, because I think a few weeks, maybe a week or 2 ago, my friend told me about the Great Conjunction. I'm just going to make this very like short and sweet, because I actually had a long drawn out thing, but since we talked so much, I'm going to have to just cut in. So this happens every 20 years, and this is when Jupiter and Saturn, they are aligned at the same point at a moment. And the reason why it's so important, because ancient astrologers used to use Jupiter and Saturn as like the gatekeepers. That's what they're saying. The gatekeepers of, like, you know, how the society will shift every 20 years. So when I was watching this video, they were pretty much saying all this shit's going on in 2020 because there's about to be a shift that's going to happen in ideals, in like the beliefs and foundations of governments and all that good stuff. And the last time that this happened, it was like in May of 2000. And this was in the Taurus. It was in the Taurus. But because it's going to be in the Great Conjunction of Aquarius, the 4 pillars that we need to talk about and be very mindful of, that's what's going to be a shift in our governmental society and in the beliefs that we're going to be doing. It's going to be independence and authenticity. It's going to be community oriented and humanitarian. We're going to have innovation and inventions, like new ideas going on in 2021. And then it's going to be the shift of truth and knowledge. So instead of us just believing stuff, we're going to actually seek the knowledge out for ourselves. That was very short and sweet about the Great Conjunction, but if y'all do have any other questions, I will definitely answer it for you. But I know Sammy wants to get to fucking fun facts. So what's your motherfucking fun fact, bitch?
I just came back from Mexico. I had an amazing time. It was a blast. We were Mexi hoes in Mexico.
She was definitely a hoe. I don't know if it was a Mexi hoe, but she was definitely a messy hoe.
Man, if you were on My Close Friends, you saw a motherfucking show. If you're not on My Close Friends, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to just give y'all like a download of it. It was just ass, you know. It wasn't like she was fucking on a handstand.
Of course not.
Like, she wasn't posting anything. It's ass. I see it all the time. I post ass. So I loved the content, but it wasn't as nasty as I think it was going to be.
Oh, it was. I kissed Chulo on there. You forgot that part?
That's not nasty. I've kissed my friends before.
Put it on Instagram?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just not as nice as I thought I was. But honestly, it was a lot. It was,
and honestly, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. For like 8 seconds, I was really jealous. But then I realized the bitch was broke, so I was like, you know what? Your jealousy is gonna get you to do better.
We went ziplining. We swam in the cenotes with the cenotes, which is like an underwater cave. We went ATV riding. We were on a yacht. Like, I feel like we did Mexico right. We did everything that you should have done.
They did everything right.
Besides drugs. We didn't do any drugs, though. That's the only thing we didn't get to do.
Y'all did everything right except have sex.
Well, no one had sex. No, we did not.
Like, I think
But there was no fine black men out there. Like I said, if there was a fine black man out there, oh yeah, definitely. But there were just Mexicans out there. Not saying anything wrong with, I just prefer black guys.
I feel that. I feel that, but
we saw a couple black guys, but they were like no one that we interacted with. They're like in passing.
Oh, in passing.
But
okay.
there were no like at the clubs, whatever. It was just Hispanic people.
I feel that.
So it's like, I'm not gonna fuck them. So there was no one to fuck in Mexico. But if we saw a fine black man,
I feel like I found me a little Hispanic boyfriend. I was just telling Sammy about it before the show started. So you know what? I am encouraging all of that behavior. So you should have called me, bitch. I would have been like, girl, what I'm telling you is
there was no one fine enough.
She was like, I'm not trying to be a 90-day fiance.
There was just, if there was someone fine enough, I would have been down for the cause. But there was just not one person I thought. There was not one attractive man in Mexico. Actually, there was one. Well, he was with a white bitch. So.
Sucks to say.
Yeah. That was the only time man we saw. He was married to her, too. We were so mad.
Not married.
We were all so mad. We're like, what is he doing with her? He's so fine. But whatever.
So what boys be. Okay, so my fun fact is I have a very bad habit of biting my nails. I think that, I know, it's ghetto as hell. I know. The face that you just made me feel some type of way. Honestly,
we too old until we bite
we
our nails.
really are. That's why I like to have my nails done, because if not, I'm literally biting on these nubs that I already fucking have. And I think it's because I have a lot of anxious energy. I do. Like, I get anxiety really fucking fast. Like, even though people think that I am always so carefree and this, I overthink, like, everything. I really do. And I overanalyze things, and it makes me sometimes second guess myself a lot. So one of my little peeves that I do, I would bite my nails. And I used to actually earlier, like in my years, I used to always peel my nails off, which would make my nails 10 times worse. But that's really, honestly, one of the things that I do that I absolutely fucking hate. So that's my motherfucking fun fact. So let's get into some wine facts so we can get into some tea time. Because I feel like we've been talking so much and we've not have been drinking at all. So maybe it's because we miss each other, because we have not talked the entire time you were in Mexico. Like, we talk every day. Mm-hmm. And you were in Mexico. And I try to respect that you were in Mexico. And I was like, me and me friend that. Where the fuck is my friend? It was crazy.
I had no reception. Like, I barely.
And the thing is, I didn't even call you because I didn't even want to disrespect myself like that.
Like, disrespect yourself?
Because I will call you and you wouldn't answer. You'll be like, I remember the one time I did call you. I'm gonna call you back. We doing this. You never called me back.
I did call you back.
No, you didn't.
I did. I texted I was gonna call you back, and
you texted me to call me back, but you didn't call me back until the next day. You got to think about it. The hours are different. So when you call me early in the fucking morning. I said, I ain't waiting up to fucking talk about this bitch. I said, fuck this hoe.
Girl, I was in Mexico.
I was in my motherfucking feelings. I said, this bitch gotta go down. This bitch has to go. So y'all know how much I don't like Stella, but this is the only thing in my motherfucking refrigerator, y'all.
She's been a lazy hoe and not getting wine.
I've been so lazy, but this is something that you like, bitch. And I can just accommodate.
Bitch, I've been drinking Stella for the last 3 weeks. I'm tired of drinking Stella. Shit.
They don't know we've been drinking Stella because that shit wasn't aired. Now you just told on us. But no, yeah, it's Stella Rosa, Stella Peach. This is
she got a peach ass.
They been looking right.
I don't know the words too.
It's gluten-free. It's low calories. It is low alcohol. It's literally 5. No, honestly, that's what it said.
It is low alcohol.
It literally is 5%. If you want a big ass bottle of a fucking wine cooler, you get Stella Rosa. Honestly,
it's good for mimosas.
It's good for sangrias, I believe.
Sangrias, yeah, sure.
That's definitely what it's good for. So it pairs well with tequila, because that's what the fuck we've been drinking. That's what I'm going to mix it with, because I'm tired of not being drunk when I drink Stella. I'm sick of this shit. So we just going to...
Remember that one time we drank Stella and we were actually drunk after it?
Fuck. We was drunk as...
And all we had was 2 shots.
Are you sure? I don't know, bitch, because we was drunk.
We got drunk off Stella.
We did get drunk. Did we not eat that day?
I don't think we ate.
Oh my God, I don't know.
I think that's what it was. We didn't eat that day because we were drunk off of Stella. So if you...
I just made a mess.
I'm a messy hoe. If you don't...
Didn't I just call you a Mexico? They can't even see that I messed it up and you just put my glass on there. Why you hate me so much?
If you don't eat before you drink Stella Rosa, you might get a buzz. If you do eat, you're not going to get a buzz.
So, cheers to another messy ass episode of Sip and Spill.
Oh.
Wow, that's good.
Smells like onions.
Onions?
Maybe because I made spaghetti.
You put onions in your spaghetti?
Hell yeah. Wow. I put onions. I put green onions. I put bell pepper.
That sounds like fucking lasagna, bitch.
Oh no, I like my spaghetti fresh.
Do you put sugar in it?
I sure do.
That's disgusting. The
No,
fact that
it's not.
you put sugar with onions and green peppers.
And it tastes amazing.
I don't even want to figure out what the fuck that
It's
sounds like.
amazing. It's so good, guys. When I saw Diddy do it, I'm like, yes, I'm not the only one.
So let's get into some tea time.
All right.
Tea
So
time.
little baby, once again, has found a way to embarrass
Our good sis.
Jada, his girlfriend, his side bitch. I don't even know what she is at this point. She's someone that he fucks, I guess, who has children with. So, what's her name? Tiana Trump. Which, you know, the first time I met Tiana Trump, I was in high school. I was watching a video of her sucking dick. And I was like, damn, this bitch can suck some dick. That's where I learned to suck dick was watching Tiana Trump. Because I'm like, she is a messy dick-sucking hoe.
Side note, I learned how to suck dick from one of my friends because she showed me one of her dick sucking videos. And I was like, bitch, you enjoying the fuck out of it. I said, you look like a demon. And she was like, yeah, I love that shit. Y'all, I'm sorry. I know this is like so off topic, but I hate sucking dick. So if I was to suck your dick and enjoy it, it's from the heart.
It's from the heart?
It's from the heart.
Yeah, Tiana Trump definitely taught me how to suck some dick. I just watch her video, and she's just so nasty with it. But besides the point, if y'all are not familiar with Tiana Trump, she is a porn star. She has fucked over 500 men.
Over 500?
According to her.
Okay.
According to her. And she's really good at what she does. Apparently, she's on the spectrum. So she's not...
Spectrum?
You know when someone's on the spectrum, they're autistic?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's according to what I heard, she's on the spectrum. So I'm like, maybe it makes sense to why she's the way she is. So so Jada made a comment about something about whatever she posted.
I think Jada said that you get, like, because I think Tiana Trump made a statement about her fucking little baby. And
No. What happened was Jada posted a picture of herself of something that had nothing to do with Tiana Trump.
Oh.
And Tiana Trump commented on it.
Oh, that's awkward.
So she pretty much wasn't attacked for no reason. So she was saying, like, I forgot what the comment was, but Tiana Trump replied and she was like, suck your man's dick before I do, or like, or your man loves my mouth. She said, your man loves my mouth.
I saw that. She did say that. She said that.
Yeah. And then she was like, she's like, what, these girls are always attacking me. If you have this with my man, you know, don't have to say it all the time. Like, that's
what
bad.
Jada said?
Yeah, like bad pussy management.
All she said that, all I saw her comment was that you get paid to suck dick.
Yeah, well, she does.
Yeah, and then she was like, something, don't make me release these screenshots.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how I feel about this, just because I think, if y'all know I'm not leaving my nigga, and you know he's a cheating ass nigga, and you know we happy in our fucking ignorance, let us be happy.
My thing is, it's not playing for you as a man to let these hoes feel comfortable to embarrass your girlfriend.
Factual, honestly.
Like, these girls feel so comfortable to just disrespect your girl. Mm-hmm. And from what I've seen, Little Baby hasn't said anything about this situation.
Factual.
So he must be saying, I don't know what he's saying to these hoes or what he be doing for these hoes to make them feel like.
But I heard he got a big dick though.
But big dick or not, why do they feel so comfortable to disrespect your girl? Like, he must be having some conversation with them for them to feel comfortable.
But you also gotta think he disrespects her by even entertaining these bitches when Jada's not ugly, bro. Like,
girl,
she not
he's
bro.
Not the only nigga that entertain other bitches. My thing is, these other bitches don't feel comfortable disrespecting these niggas' girls. Cardi, how many times Cardi got cheated on?
Hello.
Not one of these hoes felt comfortable enough to let her know.
Only person that felt comfortable was that Selena bitch. She didn't even really have sex with him, right?
She did not have sex with him. Cardi was with Offset that day.
Exactly.
So, but we know Offset cheats on Cardi.
Oh, of course we know.
But these bitches don't ever come outside and say they fucking her man. So what is it about Little Baby that he's allowing these hoes to feel so comfortable about saying he fucks her, that they fuck her man? Regardless of, I mean, like you said, Jada's not living Little Baby, and that's fine. That's her business. She's only 23.
And I think don't come to me as a woman, like, honestly, because I always say women that get with certain men, they know what they can put up with. Right. Me, if I know if I can put up with a cheater or if someone that's gonna be doing their own thing and allows me to like just make bread off of it, this and third, be endorsed. If I know what kind of man I'm dealing with, bro, I'm gonna let that shit slide.
Right.
You know what you're putting up with when you're getting someone in the entertainment industry, the NBA,
That's a rapper.
Exactly. So it's not saying that it's expected, but you have to understand it comes with the territory. Because even as a regular bitch, we have niggas in our DMs reoccurring daily. Like, niggas will just respond to any of your stories.
Yeah,
So,
oh my God, yeah.
and honestly, and we're not even saying we're low tier. We're just not celebrities. We're not even Instagram famous.
Yeah.
So to say that people like us get that, imagine someone that's up there that be interacting with people and this is in third. People want that shit so bad because they're clout chasers, which we're gonna do an episode about, y'all too. Stay tuned.
Doing anything for clout. Ayy.
Doing anything for clout.
But yeah, I just feel really sorry for her because I don't. She doesn't do anything to anyone. She doesn't bother anyone. She's not in any beef. So she's nice from what I've seen. Like she's sweet. She minds her business.
Pretty. Makes her own money.
Yeah. So it's like for this woman to be constantly attacking her. Like this is twice in like what 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That another woman has claimed to fuck your man.
Honestly, if his dick is that good, shit, really take him from me. Take him from me to the point where he not coming back. If the dick is that good that you want to fucking blast it about it, if it's that like monumental to talk about, take that nigga, bro. Take him off my hands.
What is little baby's dick like? It must
I
be
wonder.
something crazy.
I wonder. But side note, he did get a ad deal with Magnum.
All that cheating he's been doing, of course he got an ad deal.
You definitely have to have that. I mean, because if you fucking these bitches raw, that it's one thing to cheat, but it's another thing to cheat and
all
fuck
that
them
cheating
raw.
he's doing, man. That nigga cheating. Like, damn. For all these are the ones I just came out with about your cheating. So imagine the ones I did not come out about.
But what about his little baby? Is it because this man's like mouth to teeth ratio? If that's the case, I'm fucking Future. Period. The fuck?
That's what it is. Why do you think this bitch is fucking Future?
Future just look like the fun toxic nigga that you just
Future
want to have
is
a story
trick.
about.
You know he about to take care of you and pay all your bills until you get pregnant. Then you fucked over. Then he ain't taking care of shit. But until you get pregnant, Future about to pay all your bills and take you out and fly you out, bitch. There's something about having a baby that Future don't like. It don't sit
right with him.
It don't sit right with him at all.
I got too many baby mamas. Like, somebody gonna have to die. Like,
So, girl, did you see that screenshot of him trying to pay that girl for an abortion?
no.
Yes. He got another girl pregnant. Another girl. But anyways, let's move on to Black people got powers on December 21st, y'all.
Today's December 21st, sis. You need to tell them that today is when we get our superpowers.
Well,
Like,
we got our superpowers at midnight.
like midnight today?
Midnight? No, midnight. Yeah, midnight today.
So we already have them.
We have them.
So what is your superpower, bitch?
White privilege. It's my superpower.
Is that really your superpower?
I don't know. I didn't think about it. I guess my privilege would be my privilege. My superpower would be telekinesis. I think that's fun.
What the fuck is telekinesis?
To be able to control things with your mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you know, Professor
you
X.
can't take that nigga from me. I got mind control.
Hey, like Professor X from X-Men, you know, he had telekinesis.
Damn, sis. I'm like...
I know. I was trying to make it big.
You were.
Oh, I want to teleport.
Teleport.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, because when you have a dick appointment, you're trying to get there like yesterday, you can literally transport
Can't
yourself
relate.
to... She said...
Don't have those problems.
I don't have those problems.
Just saying.
I don't have those problems either because I ain't had sex since 1963, so...
Girl, you haven't had sex since before MLK got assassinated?
Yes, girl.
Okay. You know what? I would teleport back to before MLK got assassinated and blah, 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 bust them hoes.
Bust them hoes?
Yeah.
Why?
So MLK wouldn't die.
I think he died for a good reason, though. You got to think about it. When all of our great leaders die, there's a shift that happens. Like, MLK couldn't be alive and that shit still happened. Like, they had to kill this nigga
For Black people
like,
to revolt.
to like revolt and this and the third because niggas wasn't listening to my good sir Malcolm. Like, if it was just up to Malcolm,
Wait, they were listening to Malcolm.
were they?
Yes. All the Million Man March, they were definitely. You mean
The
white people?
Million Man March was MLK.
Did I not tell you MLK?
You said Malcolm.
Ooh, I meant Martin.
Girl, let's just get away from our history because we don't
definitely-
even know it.
Malcolm can die, but Martin, no.
Martin can die. Malcolm can stay. Honestly, and what did they say? By any means necessary. Is that what he said? Any means necessary.
Malcolm would have had a whole civil war if he was still alive.
Because he believed in us
wanted
making our
to-
shit for
he wanted
ourselves
to
instead
kill
of
the
being
white people.
Because this is the problem. I think this is my issue with the whole like ideology of it. Because MLK wanted us to be
Non-violent,
and assimilate to what the fuck the white people wanted. And my good sir, he was just like, no, fight the power, make your own shit, this, and the third. So I was like, you know what? I'm here for that shit, because we got to stop thinking we got to include everyone in everything we're doing, because that's the problem. When we include them motherfuckers, they try to take our shit and leave us in the dust.
I understand what Malcolm was doing, but there was a reason why it wasn't working as successful.
Because it was too soon for that kind of idea to actually.
Now we can do that shit.
Today,
now
tomorrow, yesterday. Shit.
But back then, white people had too much power for that shit.
They still got too much fucking power.
They still got too much fucking
my
power.
superpower would be, you know, like on Twilight, how Jasper can change people's emotions.
Yes.
I think that would be mine, because I feel like since I always feel people's emotions, I can feel what they're feeling. Because I'm telling y'all, I tell Sammy this all the time. I was like, I feel energy at such a high frequency. She's like, do you, girl? And I said, yes, girl. So if I could change... You sound like that to me when I'm telling you.
I don't know why, because that's not even what I sound like.
Because this is... because
when you said, do you, girl? You're like, yes, girl. Like, you even made yourself sound like that. Like, what the fuck?
It's because I feel like when I be telling you those kind of things, you think I'm kind of cuckoo.
I don't. I just listen. I don't say anything back.
Okay, when you don't give me no commentary, I think you think I'm crazy. Because that's what my mama, my sister, everyone does to me in my life. If they don't respond, I feel like they're trying to, like, assess how to say something. Because I was told people don't respond to me, like, as, like, quickly, because they think I'm going to get mad at what they say. So that's why...
I'm a listener, though.
I'm not a listener.
Yeah, I'm a listener, so I let people say what they have to say, and I just listen, and then I'm just like, oh, okay.
But you know, sometimes people that talk too much sometimes need someone to interject and be like, hey, why do you feel this way, or this and the third? Because if not, you always feel like you're just like going around in your mind like, am I the only person that thinks like this?
No, I just listen. I'm like, oh, okay. But I mean, I don't really give my opinions about stuff unless I know something about it.
One thing about Ami, she gonna give you her opinion, okay?
Yeah. Shit. But anyways...
that would definitely be my superpower. I would change people's emotions. And I think I would like that, because I feel like I be feeling people like just getting real antsy. And I'm like, bro, I feel you. I understand. I know. But it's going to get better. That's literally why I was like, let me just, for you.
That's a good, nice little superpower. Yeah, it was, Black Ppl was hilarious today with this whole...
superpower, what they getting?
Yeah, I'm sure people who aren't black are looking at Black Ppl like, damn, I wish I could join that conversation, but bitch, no you can't.
The reason why we're getting superpowers because people think of because of the Great Conjunction, that is a change of the era of what the society does. Right. So I'm glad that we're making fun of it, but it's a real fucking thing, y'all. Do your research.
All right, so Chana McClain, which I love her. I think she's really cute, really funny. She has a little TikTok video when they're like...
things that white people will usually do.
Right, they're like, do you let your hair air dry? She's like, you know I'm black, right?
You want to play a Ouija board?
You know I'm black, right?
You want to go camping next week?
You know I'm black, right?
Do you want to let your hair air dry?
I said that, but you know I'm black, right? So that leads to our topic of conversation. Can black people be racist? And before we even get to that, let's define what racism is. So there's two definitions. There is, according to Merriam-Webster, it is a belief that a race is fundamentally determined of human traits and capacities, and that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. The other definition is a systemic oppression of a racial group to the social, economic, and political advantage of another. There's also prejudice and discrimination, which sometimes get used simultaneously, which they actually don't mean the same thing. So a prejudice is the preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. And when I was writing that, I was thinking, let's say you got robbed by a white person, and now you start thinking, ooh, every white person is going to rob me. Is that prejudice? Because it says it's not of a reason or an actual experience. But since you've actually experienced, does that mean you're no longer prejudiced?
I don't know. I just feel like every white man is a kidnapper. So, and I've never been kidnapped. I've never been kidnapped.
That's prejudice.
It is prejudice.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Definitely. There's also discrimination, which is an act of making an unjustified distinction between humans based on the group, class, or other categories. So those are the couple things that we're going to be touching on today. So
continue. Sorry.
So what do you think something that we do that might be racist? Or say
now that hearing the definitions of that, because you didn't tell me that earlier on the phone, I think I'm a very discriminative person.
Okay.
Because I usually go off of people's stereotypes, because I will always like, you know, say certain things like Asian women can't drive type shit, or like all Asians are smart. It's like I feel like I'm a prejudiced person, as in my ideology. Yeah, more than I am with my actions. But I think I try to justify it because I'm like, most Asians I meet are fucking smart. Like, I try to justify my discrimination.
I know a few dumb Asians.
Does a discrimination necessarily mean it's a bad thing, though? That's the question.
Discrimination is bad.
All the way around?
Yes. Yeah, when you discriminate against someone, that's bad. I don't think there's any positive.
But I mean,
the only positive to discrimination is there's a serial killer that only killed white people. Like, oh shit, I'm good because he only wants white bitches. You know?
Why are we talking about Ted Bundy right now?
But I mean, that's only when discrimination is positive. Other than that, it's very negative. Something that I think that I do, or I say, I don't really think I do anything that's racist, but I do have this opinion. I don't think small Mexican women or Asian women should drive big trucks. I need y'all to stop driving your husband's trucks. It's more of a Hispanic problem than an Asian problem because y'all need to drive small cars anyways. But y'all are a hazard to the road. Y'all cause so many accidents. You can't steer the fucking steering wheel. You know you can't. Y'all need a running head start just to jump into the fucking car.
Not a running head start.
I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of it.
You talking real loud right now. I'm in an Ultima and I be like,
you know, running head start to get into your car, bitch? No. I see y'all hop to get, like, no, you know you can't drive that car. Like, there's no reason for it. You know, I'm 5'6" and I drive an Altima. Like, I don't drive a big ass fucking truck because I don't think I should be driving a big ass fucking truck.
I think I need to be driving. I think I deserve a big ass truck.
Just so you can run people over and cause accidents on the road?
Maybe.
I mean, you can't even see over the steering wheel. What is the purpose? You have to need actual phone books to sit on.
Honestly, she's fucking lying, y'all, because I can see just fucking following.
Over your Altima, yes, not over a big ass truck.
I used to want a Hummer. I used to be that bitch because I feel like after I heard this song, she a very freaky girl.
Hey.
Don't like her now, mama. First you get her name, then you get her number. Come on. Then you get some brain in the backseat of a Hummer.
But yeah, that's my only thing that I would say. It's like, damn, Sam, it might be wrong that you think that way. But y'all bitches be causing so many fucking accidents. Stop driving your fucking husband's cars. Anyways, do you think black people can get away with that racism?
You know why? I say yes. Because we fucking deserve it. It's fucking time. Bro, I'm honestly
deserve to be racist.
Not even that. I just feel like I'm real fucking ignorant when it comes to being like talking about race and talking about like, because at the end of the day, it's really a joke because race is really a social construct that was made up.
Yeah.
Because did not exist before. Like before. So I think if I want to be ignorant and be funny and make a little jokey joke, I'm gonna do it because when I went to HCC, I was in class with this girl who was from, I want to say London. And she was like, when I was in my city, I was called colored. And I said, she's like, 'cause I have brown eyes and brown hair.
She just wanted to say colored.
That's what I'm like, colored? You didn't even say that you said colored. I feel like I'm more offended when someone calling me colored than I am if someone was to call me a nigga.
Yeah, don't call me fucking colored.
Because I feel like nigga came from like Negro, which is derived of like the color black. So it's like, I guess that makes more sense. But black people ain't even black. We're really brown.
And plus, when you get embarrassed, you turn red. When you mad, you turn blue. So, bitch, you the colored one in my book. But anyways, I think black people can get away with racism. At the same time, we cannot get away with racism because it depends on the content. Because I always know Shannon Sharp says like wild stuff to Skip on the show, and it's like, borderline, racist. And if Skip were to say the same thing to Shannon, it would not go the same way. Skip would probably lose his job. Like it's funny when he does it, and I think when it's used as a joke, it's not taken like seriously.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when white people, even though they use it as a joke, it's taken very seriously.
And also, if we're going back to like what your definitions are saying, we don't have the ability to oppress a group of people. Because no matter how well black people do, we're still seen at the bottom of the totem pole. Because like, this is how I see society. Even if no one else sees it this way, I see white people. I see Asian, because Asian have, they're very intelligent and they're white passing because I mean they want to be white so bad. That's
Asian people are white passing.
honestly. So and I think they get away
And
with
they
it.
always want to say, "Oh, we're POCs." You know what? I'm gonna get to that later.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would say it's Asian. After Asian, I'm gonna put in, I'm definitely gonna put in I'm gonna say maybe Hispanic. Even though I would say Hispanic and black people are like the same thing, I feel like they're not black, so they probably just get like a little edge up,
Mm-hmm.
And then I know it sounds even weirder coming from a black person, but I would say it would be like biracial black people.
I have a question. Why I always notice no matter what part of the world we're in, black people are always looked down upon. It don't matter if we're any part of the world. If there's a black people of that culture,
It's the imagery.
they're looked down upon.
It's the imagery. Everyone, they always, even when we were in grade school, like as simple as something of like, they made the color white for purification and, goodness. And black was like darkness and bad.
Yeah.
Like, so even if you are a Asian who's a Cambodian, which I know some, they're looked upon like they're the dirty ones because they're
'cause they have
darker.
darker skin.
They're darker than.
Yeah, why is darker skin bad and lighter? Like, it's just, I don't know what it is.
Colorism was made up by white people, okay? Just like paper bag test. Like, they wanted to set, if people can't separate you from your race, they're going to separate you from your color of your race. Because even I met Hispanics were like, they were darker, they're Colombian, so they are Afro-Latina, but they want to be called Latina, even though they really are Afro-Latina, because, like we keep saying, the only difference between, like, us being black and you being Afro-Latina is where the boat stopped.
It's a boat stop, definitely. But back to what we were saying about black people not being able to be racist. I noticed whenever Nick Cannon said what he said on his show, on his podcast about the Jewish people, his show was immediately canceled. He immediately lost Wild 'N Out and all his endorsements. So that's one time a black person was not allowed to be racist. Even though what he was saying was truthful, it was seen as anti-Semitic. Am I saying it right?
Anti-Semitic. Yeah.
So black people, I feel like black people are allowed to be racist sometimes when it's as a jokey joke. But when it's like, when we're telling the truth about, people of other races, it's like, oh no, we can't have that. Because, have you ever seen that Boondocks episode? It was the very first episode. It's a garden episode.
I never watched the Boondocks. So
okay,
don't
for all my Boondocks watcher, that very first episode when Huey went and told white people the truth about themselves. All the white people went crazy. That is what happened with Nick Cannon. He told white people the truth about themselves, and they went fucking crazy. They couldn't handle it because they're like, oh, how could you say this? But no, it's the truth. It's really what happened.
I think it's because everyone is hypersensitive to everyone else's emotions, but they want to disregard the fact that slavery fucking happened. That happened to us. Granted, my ancestors weren't here when it happened, so I always laugh about it and say, oh, I was never a slave. But people think that we should just get over it, like slavery didn't happen to us. And
why is it we have to get over slavery, but people don't have to get over the Holocaust?
Girl, I was literally about to just say that.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say that. Because, we're literally, you can't forget the Holocaust, that Jews died at an alarming rate. But guess what? There were some black Jews, too.
Yeah. And
so
9/11. Y'all, every year go, remember 9/11.
But slavery, get over it. It was X amount of years ago. Do you know how long ago the civil rights was? It wasn't that long ago. What was 50, 60 years?
Desegregation happened 50 years ago.
Exactly. So for you to tell someone to get over it when
some of y'all grandparents went to segregated schools,
and the fact that your grandparents are still alive,
that tells you all you need to know about it.
Exactly.
So white people in any way or form, or I'm just playing devil's advocate, we sometimes feel that white people can't have opinions on black topics. And I think that's kind of messed up because there'll be a show or something and the white people talking about oh, shut up, you're white, you can't have an opinion. I feel like white people can have an opinion on black shows or black topics and, black things or black hair or black anything. Why can't they have an opinion?
No, the fuck they can't.
But we're allowed to have an opinion on white stuff.
You know why they cannot have an opinion, in my opinion? Because you took our tradition from us. You took our language from us. Y'all took everything from us. You don't have the right to have any opinion on anything we rebuild from what you took from us.
But not anything serious. Let's say there's a show. What's that show that was really popular? Insecure. No. And white people comment about it. They're like, oh, you white, you can't talk about Insecure. I'm like,
exactly. That's me. I'm gonna be that ignorant motherfucker saying, bitch, what you know about Lawrence, bitch? What you know about being with a man that ain't on the shit?
White people watch Insecure. You don't think white people don't watch Insecure?
No, I'm okay with you having little kiki kakas with your little white girls, but
they can't talk about it on TV?
Not to me. I don't know. I feel like I'm the gatekeeper for the black commentary.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, no. Like, y'all have so many opinions. I feel like there's so many Karens, so many Beckys, so many Emilys. Like, so many of y'all have opinions about everything. Can black culture not be one of the things you have an opinion on? When have you ever met a white person without something to say?
Without something to say. I don't see a problem with it. I feel like anyone can have an opinion of any culture and every, like, doesn't matter if it's Spanish shows or Asian shows or Middle
I feel like you're
Eastern
saying it to be
shows.
inclusive, but if I'm thinking about my dear sir Malcolm X, like, we want stuff for ourselves. Y'all got shit for yourselves. Y'all got little swinger parties and little shit with the government.
And we have opinions about it.
Because we can.
Exactly. That's my point.
Because we are owed this. We are owed this.
I just think it's just funny because we can go on Twitter and be like, oh, white people dirty. Nothing happens to us.
They
but
are.
Let a black person go on Twitter.
Even though it's not a very educated thing to say, I'm okay with being ignorant when it comes to being race, like I just said earlier, because it's like, it's made up. So if I want to make the rules as I go of what the fuck I feel is racist, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Okay. So, you can check thyself before you wreck thyself. Be mindful of your unconscious, biased, racist opinions. Like, sometimes you can catch yourself saying something that's not right or that's racist, and be like, okay, like, that's not cool to think that way. Like, just with me and my Mexican women can't drive big trucks. That's not right. Do I feel that way? Yes, because I really feel y'all shouldn't be driving big trucks. But is it right to feel that way? I can agree it's not right. But am I checking that opinion? No, I'm not. But other unconscious racist opinions, I can definitely check for myself.
I think another way you can check your racism at the door, like she was saying, is to, instead of being angry and ignorant like I do sometimes, educate people. It takes you 10 seconds to tell someone that it's offensive, that it's not something that you associate yourself with, and that there's ways to do better. Because it's one thing to be angry at someone, but it's also another way to teach them so they can teach their friends and they can teach their friends. So you should never shun away from the idea of, like, just putting people in the now, like, to know what the fuck is going on.
I agree and I disagree, because why is it our job to educate other people?
It's not, but
I'm so tired of other people of other races coming to us and be like, oh, I didn't know better, teach me. Why is it that racism is something that everyone goes through their childhood? Like, it's like, oh, I didn't know, I was younger. Why is racism part of your youthhood? So why?
Because their parents are white.
Like, oh, I didn't know it was bad to say nigger. Like, what? Why is that part of your childhood? So yeah, I agree with educating other people, but also educate your fucking self. Yeah. Because it's not people of color's job to teach you what's right or wrong.
But the world makes us feel like it is our job, that we are here on this earth to teach people that clearly they're not the most superior race in the world. I just think that ideology that you're better than anyone also is a Western societal idea.
100%.
That you think that you're better than anyone. Because even if, like, you and your counterpart have the same qualifications and that y'all went to the same school and have the same upbringing, because you are darker skin or because that you are that non-white person, you are looked at as not as qualified or not as refined. Why is white why is white is right? Why is that even a saying?
Is right. Like, what?
Why is that even a saying? That is a saying. White is right.
Yeah, it is a saying.
Wild.
That is wild. But honestly, I think it's very important that people just educate themselves. Just like whenever that girl came on the Red Table Talk, talking about, oh, I didn't know it was wrong. And Jada was trying to explain to her, and Graham was like, why the fuck should I explain to you that the way you think it is wrong? It's not my job. And it's not people of color's job to let you understand that what you've been doing is wrong. Google is free, like I always say. Educate your fucking self. And actually have conversation with people of color.
Yeah.
Stop surrounding yourself with people that only look like you.
Facts.
And maybe you'd learn something new. So, do you have anything else for how to save thyself before you wreck thyself?
Honestly, just I guess it's just, I'm saying this for me. Understand how you come off, because if you come off as a person that's not hypersensitive of someone and how they might, because most people, when it comes to talking about race, they are very, they tiptoe around the idea of it, and people try to act like racism doesn't exist. And I think once you face it, like,
the only people that try to act like racism is white people, honestly.
But so do Asian people too, though. Like
I feel like Asian people try to act like racism happens to them sometimes.
And Hispanics that are white passing act like that. I feel like anyone that doesn't experience it on a daily basis, like the Hispanics that are like low income and this isn't third, they understand because they're like right here with us. But just like a white person that is poor, they feel like they're better than us just because they're white.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's more of like, just be mindful of how you come off to other people. Because if you come off as a person that's like very insensitive to how the idea and construction of race, of course it's going to be a problem.
Right.
So knowledge is power, like I keep saying.
Fight the power.
So let's get into some motherfucking questions.
Oh my god, we both had to burp.
Yeah, factual. That shit was crazy.
My question to you is kind of piggybacking off of what you just said. Why do you think other people of color love to say, oh, we're minorities, we're in this together, but be so quick to throw black people under the bus as soon as they can?
Being a minority, it's cool until it's not cool. Like we said, it's like everyone wants to have the swag and the this and the third. Because let's be real, no one ever looks to white culture to be the thing, the norm.
At first we did. Before, people wanted to be white so bad. Now it's cool to be ethnic.
It's cool to be ethnic. It's cool to be from Jamaica. It's cool to be the islands. It's cool to be...
You even have white people like, oh, I'm not white. I'm Scottish, British, English, all that.
Hashtag white. So it's just the thing is, the difference between it is because it's trendy now. Yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only difference that makes people think that, like, oh, I can accept the fact that I'm a person of color because it's trending now. Yeah. Once the shit is no longer a trend, people want to be white passing. People want to be, you know, the everything that just is separate from what they even learned. But I do applaud people that are so, like, into their culture and tradition that they don't even let this shit faze them. Because being in a Eurocentral fucking, like, space, it's a hard thing to do. Especially as a fucking minority. Because you have to work 3 times as hard. Because y'all keep saying twice as hard. We don't have to work twice as hard. We have to work harder than people that even are working harder than us.
Yeah. So I think the reason why people of color are so eager to group themselves with us, but so easy to throw us under the bus, is because it's a classism. Yeah. It's the, oh, well, yeah, we're not at the top of the food chain, but we're better than them.
Facts.
You know, so it's almost silly to me. Not almost. It is silly to me that Hispanic people and whatever people would be like, oh, yeah, we're in this together. We're minorities too. But when it comes to y'all's culture, I notice y'all are so easy to be racist to us too. Yeah. So are we in this? Are we in this together? Or
we are not. We are not.
Because if we are in this together, then where is this racism coming from? I don't know if you ever seen this video of this Mexican girl who was singing in Spanish, and but she was black. She was a black Mexican, and they were like, why is she taking our culture? She's black. Blah blah blah. What up the? Y'all, and it's crazy that Hispanic people don't realize black people are Mexican too.
I have a friend who is Colombian, and she says she's black. She is half Colombian, and she says, I am black. That's what she resonates with. Yeah. Only time people think anything of it is because her hair is, like, curlier than most
black. It's just because she's Latin. So I'm like, black people are in your culture too. There's people called Aboriginals. And they are native to the land. And guess what they are?
Native to this land.
Black people are native to this land. So, what is your question, girl?
My question is, would you date someone outside of your race?
I would be open to it. Would it be my preference? No. But if someone comes around, treats me right, show me all the good things, spend some money on my pussy, you know, that... things that I like. Yeah, we would do it. But other than that, no.
I'm going to say, y'all know my answer because I say this shit until my face turns blue, even though I'm dark skinned, y'all. I cannot date someone outside of my race.
You just Seriously. Mexican boo.
I said he's attractive. Oh. Girl, I just think that there is no other man other than a black man that can teach my son how to be a black man in America. Because in the times that we're in, I just want to be secure in my family unit. And that's what they try to break apart. So, since slavery.
Yeah, since forever.
So, having a black mate that's there, that understands, and that can just teach my son, like, That's unmatched.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. I would love to be with a black man. I would love to be an African man, to be specific.
You love you some African men.
Yeah, but I don't discriminate. But I just don't have them coming up to me talking about like some real shit. They just want to fuck me. At the end of the day, most of the time, they just want to have sex.
I mean, in this day and age, like, we're in our mid-20s. Everyone just wants to have sex.
Everyone just wants to have sex.
Honestly, no one wants to have the talk. No one has relationships.
Yeah.
Let's move from this because, y'all love talking about this shit. So, yeah, no, for sure.
So, I want to know, what are you going to do with this weak-ass, stupid-ass, fuck-ass $600 that the government spent 6 months debating about,
I take my mic off
just to give us some fucking 600 fuck-ass dollars? Fuck you, hoes. We should do what the French do and burn the country down.
Honestly, that was what I was going to fucking say. So, you know what? Thank you for saying that, ma'am.
Yes.
You know what? Thank you for your commentary. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to you, people, and make you understand $600 ain't shit. $600 is literally what some people get on their fucking paychecks. So if you're giving them someone living wage, it's kind of like a slap in the fucking face. So America,
rent is $600?
No one is, but I'm saying that someone's fucking, like, sometimes people say. So I behoove y'all to the $600. Be smart about what y'all doing with this shit, because when we got that, $1,200? Y'all was bullshitting, I was bullshitting, we was bullshitting, and they don't take us seriously. So you know what? Let them motherfuckers burn, bitch.
Honestly, the people who get paid $130,000 a year want to tell me $600 is enough to live off of. Fuck this country, and I really.
Do you know how expensive of a bitch I am? $600, bro.
What is that gonna do?
$600 is gone in a week between groceries, waxing, eyelashes,
that's
hair,
like a car note and insurance, if that.
That's not even with the luxuries that we get. Because I literally went out to eat yesterday and spent $70 by my fucking self. With tip. That's with tip. Not just by myself. But yeah. So, how would you teach your child about racism?
I'm not. I feel like he or she gon' it is what it is. You don't see when it happens. I'm going to tell my child that they're important, that, you are enough, that this world might try to tell you are not, but I'm not going to tell my kid, hey, when you go out, people are going to treat you differently because of the color of your skin. I just don't want to hurt my child. I just don't want to be a dream crusher that way, I know what's going to happen, and one day he or she's going to come home to me like, hey, this happened, and I would have to explain to them. But for me, it's like bring it up to them before it even happens. I just don't see myself doing it.
I hear you. I respect your ideal by saying that, but it's unrealistic to tell them, not tell them until it happens, because it's like your parents saying, don't have sex, you're going to get pregnant. It's like one of those things you have to prepare people for. But
I'm not saying anything to them. I'm just teaching them. I'm instilling values and all the good stuff to them. But I'm not going to tell them hey, this world is going to treat you bad because you're black.
I'm not going to tell them they're going to treat you bad, but I just want them to be very mindful of the power of their skin, because honestly, black people are so fucking powerful.
Babies. Why are you?
I'm instilling to my children that they are kings and queens, because I'm not going to tell them about racism, but I'm definitely going to ensure to them that the power that you hold, some people are not going to be able to. I feel like it's the way you say it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I'm going to tell them that I'm going to install values in them too, but I'm not going to be like, hey, if this and this would happen because you're black. I'm not going to
say it's because you're black, but I'm going to say you have to be mindful that. I'm not going to say it's because you're black, but it's because they're fucking black. Let's be real. Let's be real. People are going to be intimidated by you because you're black. People are going to think less of you because you're black. There's going to be negative and positives you're going to get because you're black. But at the end of the day, it's all happening to you because you're black. Not because of anything else. Not because of your character. Not because of how they see you. It's literally just by looking at someone's skin. Someone already fucking has their prejudice, their discrimination, their preconceived notions about you just because of what you look like.
Yeah, I'm just not ready to.
I'm not ready
to crush my children's soul like that. But I was saying one thing, same with telling your children Santa's exist. That's just something I'm not ready to do.
My kids are not going to celebrate Christmas. They're celebrating Kwanzaa.
Do you even celebrate Kwanzaa, bitch?
Bitch, I'm going to start. The fuck?
You talking about your kids don't celebrate some shit you don't even
I'm
celebrate,
not having kids until the next 6 years. I'm in like I said, a universal shift. And so
this bitch don't even celebrate Kwanzaa talking about my kids.
Bitch, I don't. And I would
make up a holiday.
How you make up a holiday that already exists?
I mean, make up a
How you make up a holiday that already exists?
You don't make up a tradition.
People don't make up traditions, they do traditions. And
you have no traditions. You have never.
But if I just
Kwanzaa.
told you when I have kids, I will do that. Like that means, but when I know,
start celebrating Kwanzaa this year.
Bitch, okay, bitch, the fuck, I ain't got no man to fucking do no matching pajamas with. The fuck, I'll do it this year.
That has nothing to do with Kwanzaa.
I said for Christmas.
Okay, for Christmas.
That's all people do is take pictures.
Let's do Kwanzaa.
Let's do Kwanzaa, bitch. She tried to charge me about Kwanzaa like I'm scared. Bitch, I ain't never scared. The fuck?
Why would you be scared of Kwanzaa? I'm just saying you don't celebrate Kwanzaa. But we
Nigga,
celebrate
no,
Kwanzaa this year.
I'm gonna say that's for us. Let's do it.
Look it up.
And we will definitely, bitch, if you gonna see with some dashikis and shit on, mind your motherfucking business.
I already own dashiki, so that's easy for me.
Do you have any more questions?
My question is, why these niggas ain't shit?
Niggas ain't been shit since episode 1, season 1, and niggas ain't gonna be shit
Why
until.
niggas ain't shit, bitch? That's my last question. But anyways, if you haven't already, follow us on all platforms at The Real Sip and Spill and everything except
Twitter, which is Sip and Spill 1.
And leave us a 5-star rating
because we some 5-star.
I sip wine.